About 24% of the homeless have an animal companion. The significance of this is that most of the homeless shelters do not accept pets inside of their buildings, which makes the homeless choose their love and care for their pets and would rather be outside instead of in the shelter. 24% of the cities make it a citywide crime to beg in public. 33% make it illegal to stand around or loiter any place in the city. 18% make it a crime to sleep anywhere in public. 43% make it illegal to sleep in your car, and 53% make it illegal to sit and lie down in particular places. Examples of anti-homeless include putting armrests in the middle of public benches to prevent people from lying down and installing these homeless spikes on top of the walls to keep people from sleeping there. Being homeless is practically illegal due to the fines homeless people will get just for trying to get money to buy food and survive. They'll get fined for standing by highways, streets, and outside of buildings and even sleeping at parks overnight.
Right now, I'm working at a housing agency called Start Today Hennepin. I've been working there for a little over a year. And before that, though, I worked at a homeless youth shelter called the Bridge for Youth out in Chanhassen.
So how long have you been in this organization?
A little over a year. So right now I'm working with homeless adults in Hennepin County, but at the Bridge for Youth, I worked there for probably 6 months or so, and there I was working with homeless youth from ages like 10 to 18.
So you used to work in a homeless shelter also?
Yep.
Okay, so can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, so the homeless shelter I worked at was a youth homeless shelter. We had youth ages between 10 and 18 that could come in and stay with us for up to a week or 2 weeks, depending on their situation. Half of the time, some of these kids are actually homeless and they don't have a place to stay, and a lot of their parents are not in their lives, or they have been staying with friends or couch hopping, things like that. Half the time, the youth come and stay there because they don't have a good relationship with their parents, or things might have just happened or escalated at home, and so then they just need a place to get away for the night. And so we try to just be a safe place for them to just come and like take a breather, or just to gain some more skills and de-escalation or anger management skills, or just things like that. And so when they come to a shelter, we like cook with them, and we just take them out to go do some really productive stuff, like go walking or go plant a garden, or even we had a church next door that we'd always walk to and just go check out sometimes together.
Tell me about the homeless people that you're working with.
Yeah, so I'm working with long-term homeless adults who live in Hennepin County, and these adults also have a disability, whether that's mental or physical disability, but they're still fairly independent. And these adults, they've been homeless for either a year or longer. They've been either hopping from homeless shelters to homeless shelters, or couch hopping, or staying with friends around the streets. And we will get referrals from the county, and so then we would do intakes of these individuals and see if they're a good fit for a program, and then we take them in and we find them housing. We work with landlords all over Hennepin County, and we find them housing and just help them get situated and become more independent in their living situation.
So does the organization help with food and help with money also?
Yeah, we help them kind of keep on top of their funding. So we help them do like their county paperwork, which helps them get public assistance, which is like food stamps, or their cash money from the county. As an organization, we help them sign up for what they call GRH, which is a program and a state funded that's available through the county. And so we help take them to the food shelf if they need to as well, or just to the grocery store to get food. And
what's the goals of like the organization?
What we want them to do is to be able to become so independent that they aren't in a program anymore. That they can be on their own and not lose their housing, because oftentimes the reason why our clients lose their housing is because they have habits or addictions that causes them to lose their housing, and just they can't resolve conflicts with other tenants or roommates or even their landlord, you know. So a lot of these things get them in trouble, and not a lot of landlords want to have them in anymore, you know, or want to house them. So it's really hard to have stable housing with that. And not just that, but a lot of these clients come with a background, you know, criminal background, and just a lot of history that like puts them at a disadvantage for housing.
What can we do, that us people that's not an organization, do to help them?
Yes, I would say really get to know these people and where they come from, because a lot of these people have incredible stories of their journey and how they've come to where they come. And so I think just not having these assumptions that, hey, oh, you know, you're just lazy and that's why you don't have a job, or you know, you could go to school, but there's a lot of reasons why a person is at a disadvantage. And so I would say even like volunteer at your local food shop or something, or homeless shelter.